Hello and welcome to another video. I am in the mood to do something, but I'm not sure what. So I've already got a few videos up repairing this one, which is a practice one I bought. And I'm in the mood to get this one done. It's just a calculator with some time functions, but I really love the aesthetic of it. And I think I know what I need to do to fix it. It's got some battery corrosion on the spring. And I managed to repair the old one. Let's get that one up and running. There we go. So this one is working, but the buttons don't work very well. And I know the reason for that, but this was a practice to see if I could get it working. But the main thing, this one, which I bought first, was working. Oops, unplug that. But the buttons work fine on it, but the battery spring it goes in down underneath the circuit board and is soldered on the circuit board. That circuit board has been attacked by battery corrosion, and the spring is in very poor condition as well. And if I can get that sorted out on this one, then it will be working fine, and I don't have to worry about the buttons because the buttons were working on this. It was working, and then unfortunately the solder finally gave up and there's no connection to the circuit board. So this one, see that shiny new spring on there? I actually replaced the spring on here, but I'm hoping I won't have to do that on this one. If I do, then I know how to do it. So I've already spent absolutely hours on these things, but I love the look of it and I really want to get it finished. So I've got my soldering iron out of storage, and I'm going to try and have a go at getting it finished tonight. So getting it open is half of the problem, because it's got some clips on it which are really difficult to get out. So let's just get started with the screws. Oh yeah, there's only one screw on it, I forgot about that. And then the secret is this little clip here. So I need to get a flathead screwdriver out. There's another clip on this part here, but the secret is I need my spudgers. Hang on. I'm not even attempting today to do a really good job of making the video, because I just want this thing fixed. Every time I need a calculator on my desk, I wish I had this one working. I've got a couple of old school calculators. Of course I've got the calculators on the phones, but they're nowhere near the phone. I can't really bear using a touch screen for a calculator. I want to be able to feel the buttons, and this one looks fantastic. So having got this little piece here open, you sort of bend it that way and then you can get access here, but not a lot. Could do some more spudgers really. I've not had this one to pieces yet. Oh, look at that. See, I'm getting good at this. Well, better. Oops, he says. There we go, look at that. It's almost like I've done this before. The problem is it's popping back in. Oh, there we go. Oh, I think I broke some clips. Ooh, what's this? Ah, that's a bit of the spring. Okay, I might end up replacing the spring then. Let's put that in no, I'm going to put that somewhere over there. Okay, so yeah, one of those clips, I broke one of those clips unfortunately. Not a lot I can do about that. Okay, so let's get ourselves orientated here. There's the spring, and something to point with. Let's have a zoom in. Okay, so that's the negative contact for the battery, and at the bottom there, you see that bit of metal that's sticking out? So the spring goes underneath the circuit board and pops back out there, but it's soldered on the other side of here. You can see the battery corrosion in there. I'm going to blow that out. I don't really want to take the circuit board out because under this brown bit is the pad for the keyboard, and I don't want to damage that because the one on the other unit is a bit damaged. So that spring there, oh, I see what's happened. That's why it was working. So this bit of spring was probably attached to the end of this part here. So it came a bit further out. That was why it was working. Then the spring broke off. So that spring has had it, hasn't it? Oh my God. You might be able to hear some fan noise in the background, and that's because I've got my computer on still. And the reason for that is I'm referring to the old video as I go. So let me have a little break and review what happened in one of my earlier videos. Right, I didn't really want to replace this screw if I could get away with it. So just imagine, just to recap, underneath here there should be a blob of solder, and that runs all the way around on a trace on the other side of this circuit board and joins this pin here, the first pin. And what I did on the other unit was I replaced the spring, stuck it on with a sticky fixer there, and ran a lead from the spring up to this piece of solder here underneath this board, underneath this brown board. I don't want to take all that out, so what I'm planning to do, I've got to watch I don't pull off this lead here, I'm going to see if I can make it work with this spring, but it's in such poor condition I don't think it's going to make a good contact with the battery. But if I just solder a lead from there round to this lead here underneath this bit of circuit board, if we can find space, then I can see if that's going to work. If it doesn't work, then I'm just going to snip this spring off, stick a new spring onto this post here with a sticky fixer. Then when the case is on, that should do it. I just want a really quick fix now to get something like this working. So let me get prepared. Right, so first thing I'm going to do is try to clean up this spring contact. How can I do this? There we go, that'll do it. With this fiberglass tipped device here. So these are fiberglass fibers, and they're designed for cleaning up circuit boards. But I just want a better contact on this spring with the battery, with the bottom of the AA battery. So I'm just going to scrape some of this corrosion off if I can. There we go, that'll do for the time being. Right, so I'm using a flash on the phone, the LED on the phone. I've hooked this piece of wire in here, just down there. And the plan is to just put a dab of solder on that to hold it in place, and hopefully this won't fall over. Oh damn. Okay, here we go. That was a fail. Right, it looks like I've got it. It was really hard to do. I can't see what I'm doing. You can see much more than I can at this, because I'm looking at this on a tiny little phone screen, but That looks like it's going to do. Thank God. I don't know whether I caught soldering on camera. So, alright. Ah, there we go. The device is too hot, so that's my phone's just turned off the light on my phone because the device is too hot, and I'm running out of battery as well. I really need some decent kit. This is going to be a total bodge job. The problem is I need 3 hands to do this job. What I want is some sort of rectangular frame that goes up and over the camera that I can hang some lighting on, and even the camera on. And that noise you hear in the background is where we've had problems with our drains around here, and they're just tidying up by jet washing some sediment away. Let's put it that way. You don't really burn myself there. Bollocks, I'm going to get straight in here and see if I can solder this. I don't think that solder's taken. Obviously this piece of wire this spring I'm trying to clip it to is in terrible condition and covered in corrosion, so I don't think the solders are going to take. Why is it that stuff always blows straight into your face? Okay, let's get the camera out of the way and have a look. Yeah, that spring has had it, so that's going to be cut out of there, I think. I'm just going to replace the spring, so I wonder if I can get it out there without cutting it. Now I think I need side cuts, I'm going to cut it. There you go, bye bye. So here we go, here's our donor spring. That's just from a like a battery box. Oh, that's sprung off over there. There we go, so that's going to be fitted on there like that, with the aid of a sticky fixer, which I'll now get. That just happens to be the other half of the one I used on the other repair. So that sticky fixer is just going to hold that in place against that plastic bit there. Now that spring is a lot stronger than the original spring, and the original spring was not up against this plastic fixing here. But once I put the lid back on, it's not. The lid is going to give it a little bit of protection there. So and it's going to be a bit straighter. Doesn't need to be exact. It's got to hold the battery in. That's all. So let's, oh, it's already come out. I'll tell you the reason it's come out is the spring post is still in there. The original spring post there. But if I cut it too low, it might fall off and go inside the machine. So that's what I'm going to have to do, I think. God knows where that other bit went. I think there's enough in there in this bit. Oh, you can't see it, sorry. There's enough in this bit here to stop that piece of old spring falling out. Now this spring can go in here. And I know there's a load of battery corrosion in there, but honestly I can't be bothered. Can't bother to get it all out, so we'll get a little bit out with this little brush if I can. Attach that to there. Okay, now we've got to attach this piece of wire. It's going to be easier said than done. What I'm going to do is take that out. The only problem we've got is this has got to go back on. So I've got to attach that right to the bottom of that. So it's going to be better if I do this while it's not connected. It'd be a miracle if this actually works. Scratching this up to give it a little bit of a key for the solder. Right, so that's got to be the most backwards way of soldering something I've ever seen. That piece of metal is going to be really hot now, so it's only just in shot, sorry about that. And that can go on there. Tuck the wires under there. I'm really rushing this now because it's turned out to be a bigger job than I'd hoped. hopefully when the case goes on that's not going to be in the way. So I'm going to put the battery in. The problem is it's going to want to push the battery out. Yeah, do it. Right, so I think the only way I'll be able to do this is to put the case back on and then put the battery in for good, and then hopefully it will stick on there. So this has been a really sort of bit of a bodge. Now the moment of truth is, will the actual spring go in the hole? Now because it's come detached. Right, you stay there. Oh no. Oh, I see. Is that too big? Okay, let's turn this light off. Oh no, there's something wrong with the display. I wonder why that is. Let's have the batteries out again to see what's going on. Oh, I think it's the, oh my god, is it actually working now? Okay, 1.0 divided by equals +2 minus 5 times 6 divided by 4 equals +1, cancel that, add 2 instead, equals, brilliant. I can't believe it, I've actually got it fixed. Oh, I thought this was going to be a massive hour upon hour long job. Okay. And it's worked. I kind of bodged it and I kind of rushed it, but it looks like it's worked. So we've got a stopwatch. Lap time. And that's to clear the stopwatch. We've got alarm functions. I can't believe I've actually got it working. I want to sit for the calculator. Oh no, I was tempted to do the thing with the 8s and the 0s. I'm not going to do that though. Right, I'm astounded it's actually working with that really quick bodge. So that's what happens when you spend about 5 hours trying to fix a different one. And I learned from my mistakes on this one. I now got this beautiful piece of 70s. Oh, I've got to put the screw back in. Look at that. That's going to have pride of place on my desk for a little while now. And that looks fantastic. Right, you don't need to see me put the one screw back in. Thanks very much for watching. There's going to be a playlist up right now on one of these squares. You can look back at either tech repairs or the playlist for fixing this. So pick another video now. It really helps the channel. Give us a like and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks very much.